10 simple habits of the richest people on earth. Imagine waking up every morning knowing that the decisions you make today could influence millions of dollars tomorrow. Not because you were lucky, not because you inherited wealth, but because of small habits you repeat every single day. Here's a surprising truth about the richest people on earth. They don't rely on secret formulas. They don't wake up with magical talent. Instead, they rely on simple daily habits. Habits so small that most people completely ignore them. But these same habits help people like Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, Warren Buffett, and Bill Gates build extraordinary wealth. These individuals didn't just build companies. They built systems of thinking, systems that allowed them to make better decisions, learn faster, and stay focused when others gave up. And today, you're about to discover 10 powerful habits the richest people on earth follow every day. Some of these habits may seem simple. Some might even feel obvious. But the real difference is this. Most people know these habits, but very few people actually practice them. And make sure you stay until habit number 7, because it's the one habit that quietly separates millionaires from everyone else. Let's begin. Habit 1. They protect their time like billionaires. Rich people understand one brutal truth. Money lost can be recovered, but time lost is gone forever. That's why successful people treat their time like their most valuable asset. For example, Elon Musk famously schedules his day in 5-minute blocks. Every meeting, every task, every decision. Nothing is left to chance. Why? Because time is the only asset that cannot compound. Once it's gone, it's gone. Most people wake up and react to their day. Emails, notifications, random tasks. But the wealthy do something different. They design their day before it begins. They eliminate pointless meetings, endless scrolling, unnecessary distractions, low-value work. Instead, they focus on high-impact activities, activities that move their goals forward. Here's a simple habit you can start today. Every morning ask yourself, what is the one task today that will move my life forward the most? Then do that task first, before social media, before emails, before everything else. Because success is rarely about doing more things. It's about doing the right things. Habit 2. They read more than everyone else. If you look closely at the habits of wealthy people, you'll notice something interesting. They read a lot. For example, Warren Buffett spends nearly 80% of his day reading reports, financial statements, books, research papers, and Bill Gates reads around 50 books every year. That's nearly 1 book every week. Why would billionaires spend so much time reading? Because reading is the fastest way to learn from other people's experiences. A single book might contain decades of knowledge, countless mistakes, powerful strategies, all condensed into a few hundred pages. Think about that. For the price of a dinner, you can buy a book that took someone 20 years to learn. That's an incredible return on investment. Reading allows wealthy individuals to stay informed, think critically, and discover opportunities others might miss. And the best part? You don't need to read for hours every day. Just 30 minutes per day is enough. In 1 year, that could be 20 books. In 5 years, that's knowledge most people will never gain. Habit 3. They think long-term. One of the biggest differences between average thinkers and wealthy thinkers is time perspective. Most people think in days or weeks. The rich think in years and decades. A perfect example of this is Jeff Bezos. When he built Amazon, critics constantly questioned his strategy. For years, the company barely made profits. Investors were skeptical. Analysts predicted failure. But Bezos kept repeating the same philosophy. We're building for the long term. Instead of focusing on short-term profits, he focused on customer trust, infrastructure, and innovation. And today, Amazon dominates global commerce. The lesson here is simple. Short-term thinking leads to quick rewards, but long-term thinking builds empires. Wealthy individuals constantly ask, how will this decision affect me in 10 years? That question changes everything. It changes how you spend money, how you invest, how you build relationships, how you take care of your health. Because long-term thinking turns small actions today into massive advantages tomorrow. Habit 4. They invest early and consistently. The richest people in the world follow a simple financial principle. Your money should work harder than you do. Instead of relying only on income from work, they build assets that generate wealth automatically. Stocks, businesses, real estate, investments. A perfect example is Warren Buffett. Most people assume he became rich because of his salary, but the truth is different. The majority of his wealth came from long-term investing. And here's something fascinating. Buffett made most of his wealth after the age of 50. Why? Compounding. The earlier you start investing, the more time your money has to grow. Small investments today can become massive amounts decades later. But this only works if you start early and stay consistent. The wealthy don't wait for the perfect moment. They invest regularly because they understand one simple truth. Time in the market beats timing the market. Habit 5. They focus on learning, not looking smart. There is a huge difference between appearing intelligent and actually becoming smarter. Most people want to look smart, but wealthy individuals want to learn continuously. This means they ask questions. They challenge ideas. They admit when they are wrong. For example, Ray Dalio, founder of Bridgewater Associates, built his company around a principle called radical transparency. Employees are encouraged to challenge ideas openly, even if the idea comes from the boss. Why? Because the best ideas should win, not the loudest voices. The wealthy understand that learning requires humility. They are not afraid of being wrong. They are afraid of staying wrong for too long. Habit 6. They surround themselves with smart people. Another common habit among wealthy individuals is the people they spend time with. There's a popular saying, you become the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. And successful people take this idea seriously. Look at the partnership between Warren Buffett and Charlie Munger. Together they built one of the most successful investment companies in history, Berkshire Hathaway. Their partnership worked because they constantly challenged each other's thinking. They didn't surround themselves with people who always agreed. They surrounded themselves with people who made them smarter. Successful individuals intentionally build networks of entrepreneurs, of innovators, of investors, experts, because the right environment multiplies growth. Habit 7. They say no more than they say yes. This might be the most powerful habit on this list. The wealthy are masters of saying no. In fact, Steve Jobs once said, "Focus is about saying no." Successful people are constantly presented with opportunities, new projects, partnerships, ideas, but they don't chase everything. Instead, they focus on what truly matters. Because every time you say yes to something, you are automatically saying no to something else. Your time, your energy, your attention. The richest individuals protect their focus fiercely. They choose a few important goals and pursue them relentlessly. Instead of chasing every opportunity, they go all in on the right opportunity. Habit 8. They take care of their energy. High performance requires energy. That's why many successful leaders prioritize their health, sleep, exercise, nutrition. For example, Jeff Bezos is known for protecting 8 hours of sleep every night. Why? Because important decisions require a clear mind. Exhaustion leads to poor judgment, and poor judgment can cost millions. The wealthy treat their health like an investment, because without energy, none of the other habits matter. Habit 9. They embrace failure faster than others. Most people fear failure, but successful people study it. For example, Elon Musk experienced multiple rocket failures while building SpaceX. Each launch failure cost millions, but each failure also produced valuable data. Instead of quitting, Musk and his team learned from every mistake. And eventually, those lessons helped SpaceX revolutionize the space industry. Failure isn't the opposite of success. It's part of the process. The difference is speed. Successful people fail faster, learn faster, and improve faster. Habit 10. They never stop improving. The richest people in the world rarely believe they've made it. Instead, they constantly ask, how can this be better? This philosophy is called continuous improvement. Tiny improvements. Every day. Over many years. Those small changes create extraordinary results. Because progress compounds, just like money. Now imagine this. If you adopted just 3 of these habits, your life 5 years from now could look completely different. More knowledge, better decisions, more opportunities. The habits of the rich aren't secret. They are simply consistent. So the real question is, which habit will you start today? And if you want to learn more about the mindset and strategies used by the world's most successful people, make sure you subscribe. Because in the next video, we'll reveal 7 psychological tricks the ultra-rich use to stay ahead. And once you understand them, you will start seeing the world very differently.